A body falls from height h is equal to 200 meter. The ratio of distance traveled in each 2 seconds during t is equal to 0 to t is equal to 6 seconds of the journey is. Let us visualize the concept first and then we'll see how to solve it. So our body is dropped here. The height here is h, which is equal to 200 meter. Since it is dropped, the initial velocity is 0 and it will hit with velocity v the ground. Okay. Now, if we write the equations of motion, what can we write? We can say that s is equal to ut plus half a t square. Now s is equal to u is 0, so this becomes 0 into t plus half into, I'll take it as g into t square. So s is equal to half g t square. Right, this is what we get. Now let us try to make sense of the data in the question, which is time t is equal to 0 to time t is equal to 6 seconds. Okay, see. So if you take, so if this is the, obviously time t is equal to 0, time t is equal to 1, t is equal to 2, 3, say 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Now, okay, let me mark the names also so that that'll become more clear to you. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay, so this is the position and the time. Okay, now distance covered. Okay, distance covered in the first 2 seconds. What is that equal to? In the first 2 seconds is equal to AC, right? Which is this much of distance. Now, what is that mathematically numerically equal to is half into g into 2 square, which is equal to 2 square is 4, 4 by 2 is 2, so we have 2g. Okay. Now, what do we have next is distance covered in the next 2 seconds, not in the 4 seconds, in the next 2 seconds. In the next 2 seconds, which is equal to, see, what is the distance covered in the next 2 seconds? If you pay close attention, it is this distance, right? CE is the distance which is covered in the next 2 seconds. So I'll write it down, which is equal to CE. And what is CE equal to? See, this is A, this is E, and this is C. So CE will be equal to AE minus AC. What is AE? AE is distance traveled in 6 seconds. And what is AC? That is distance traveled in 2 seconds, which can be written as half G into, oh, did I take 6? I'm sorry, it is not 6, it is 4. So S4 minus S2, which is half G 4 square minus half into G into 2 square. So which actually will be equal to half into G into 4 square is 16. 16 minus 4 is 10. 10 by 2 is, oh, did I make a mistake? 4 square 16. 16 minus 4 is 12. 12 by 2 is 6, right? So this is 12 into 6G. So you get 2G and then 6G. Now, in the similar way, what is, excuse me, okay, so what is distance covered in, distance covered in the next 2 seconds? Distance covered in the next 2 seconds would be further equal to, next 2 seconds will be equal to, what is that distance? It is primarily EG, right? It is EG that is being covered. So which is equal to EG. And how can you find out EG? EG will basically be equal to AG minus AE, right, will be equal to AG minus AE. What is AG? It's the distance traveled at time t is equal to 6. So we're going to write it as S6 minus what is AE? We already have AE will be equal to distance traveled in 4 seconds, which is S4. In which case, what do we get? Half into G into, this can be written as 6 square minus half into G into 4 square, right? So this is 36 minus half into G into 36 minus 16. 36 minus 16 is 20. 20 by 2 is 10. So we have 10G, right? Now let us look at the ratio. What is the ratio? It is 2G is to 6G is to 10G, which basically is equal to 1 is to 3 is to 5. Which means the correct option here would be, okay, there's a minor error in the option here. It's not 1 is to 3 is to 6. It is 1 is to 3 is to 5.